skiddly sky, skiddly doo. I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I wanna hear the story, it's gonna be fun, 'cause hearing about Jesus is for everyone. So
hello everyone, and welcome to Coffee Stop Songs and Stories Part 8. Can you believe we're on Part 8 already? Goodness me, doesn't the time fly? Well, I hope you've had a good week, and I hope you're all ready for some songs and some actions and for a story. So on your feet while I get the music going, and limber up, shake your hands out, shake your feet, all ready to go with those actions. Okay, we ready? Where are your heads? Brilliant, well done. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Fantastic. Are you all on your feet? Are your mums or dads on their feet as well? I hope so. Ready to go? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Fantastic. One more time. Are we ready for this one? Oh, I'm ready. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and head, shoulders, knees and head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Oh, well done. After that, I think I need a bit of a row in my boat. What do you reckon? Join me? Going in my boat, don't you? Right, are you ready with your hammer? We're going to hammer with one hammer. Peter hammers with one hammer, one hammer, one hammer. Peter hammers with one hammer all day long. Two hammers. Peter hammers with two hammers, two hammers, two hammers. Peter hammers with two hammers all day long. Peter hammers with three hammers, three hammers, three hammers. Peter hammers with three hammers all day long. Four hammers. Peter hammers with four hammers, four hammers, four hammers. Peter hammers with four hammers all day long. Five hammers. Peter hammers with five hammers, five hammers, five hammers. Peter hammers with five hammers all day long. Peter's very tired now, tired now, tired now. Peter's very tired now all day long. everyone. I hope you're all wide awake now. I know I certainly am. But we've come to the end of our singing time, so we're all going to clap hands together because we've had such a lovely time. We all clap hands together, we all clap hands together, we all clap hands together and have a lovely time. Stamp our feet. Yes, well done. We stamp our feet together, we stamp our feet together, we stamp our feet together and have a lovely time. Jump up and down as high as you can. We jump up and down together, we jump up and down together, we jump up and down together and have a lovely time. And we're going to swing our arms. We swing our arms together, we swing our arms together, we swing our arms together and have a lovely time. Now because we're so tired, we go to sleep. We go to sleep together, we go to sleep together, we go to sleep together, we've had a lovely time. Oh, I've had a lovely time with that singing. Thank you so much for joining in. Now, we're going to have our story, but I'm going to change the room around a little bit. So I'll see you in a little while. Bye! Today. Now, in my Open the Book Storyteller Bible, I've got a story that was told by Jesus to his disciples. And it's a special sort of story. I wonder if you can tell me what sort of story it is. It's a story that Jesus told, so it wasn't a true story, but it told a truth. For example, it might have told them how God wanted them to live their lives. It might have told them how much God loved them. It might have told them what heaven was going to be like. Can you remember what that sort of story is called? That's right, it's a parable. And this is one of the parables that Jesus told, called the Big Spender. So if you're ready, we'll open the book. The people who thought they were good were still not happy with Jesus. They moaned, they grumbled, they frowned. It's not fair, they complained. Jesus spends all his time with the bad people. Jesus heard all of this and told them one more story. Once upon a time, there was a man who had 2 sons. Oh, he loved both of them very much. But one day, the younger son came to him with a sad request. "Father," the younger son said, "when you die, I will get part of your money and part of your land. The problem is, I don't want to wait. I want my money now." Oh, it was all the father could do to hold back the tears. Because he loved his son, though, he agreed and gave him his share of the money. That very day, the son left home. He packed his money and all his things, and with a big smile on his face, he went on his way. He didn't even say goodbye. And the father just watched, wiped away a tear, and hoped that one day he would see his son again. Well, the son travelled to a land far away, and he spent his money just as fast as he could. He drank too much, he gambled, he used the money to do many bad things, until finally the money was all gone. The son looked for work, but the only job he could find was taking care of pigs. Oh. It was hard, dirty work, and he was so hungry sometimes that he just thought about taking the pig's food for himself. He was miserable, lonely, and sad. And then, one day, he had an idea. The servants who take care of my father's animals are much happier than I am. I'll go home, that's what I'll do. I'll tell my father how sorry I am for wasting his money, and maybe, just maybe, he'll let me work for him. Now, what do you think the father had been doing all this time? Do you think he said to himself, "Ah, I have my eldest son with me at home. Who cares if my younger one is gone?" Of course not. He loved his son, even though he'd gone far away. And every day he would go out to the roadside and watch, hoping his son would return. And that's exactly when he was, when his younger son hobbled home, poor and hungry. Oh, the father ran to his son and hugged him tight, and the son dropped right to his knees. "Oh, Father," he cried, "I'm so sorry. I've wasted all your money, and I'm no longer good enough to be your son." "Don't be silly," said his father. "You are my son. You will always be my son. And I am so glad to have you back." Then the father lifted his son to his feet and walked him home. He dressed him in beautiful clothes, he put gold rings on his fingers, and he threw him a big welcome home party. When the elder son came home from work that night, he heard the party noise. "What's happening?" he asked. And when a servant told him, he was filled with anger and ran to his father. "It's not fair," he shouted. "I've been a good son. I've worked hard for you all these years, but he was bad. He wasted your money. And now you're throwing him a party." "I love you, my son," said the father, "and you've enjoyed all the good things I have. But your brother was gone. And now he's back. He was lost, and now he's found. That's why I'm having this party, because we're all back together again." I love that story, because it tells me that God loves everybody the same. And it tells me that when somebody comes back to God, he is so happy. Also tells me something else interesting. Do you remember the brother who'd been at home? He was a bit angry, wasn't he, that the younger brother had been given a party. But that showed me that God loves everybody just the same. But it's the people who are struggling and who are in trouble who need an extra bit of love just to get them through the bad patch. I think that's an important thing for us all to remember, isn't it? Anyway, I'll see you next Thursday for another edition of Coffee Stop Songs and Stories. Have a good week, everyone. Bye. Bye.
Skiddly-sky, skiddly-doo. I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I wanna hear the story, it's gonna be fun, 'cause hearing about Jesus is for everyone. So I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I wanna shake my hands, I'm gonna shake my feet, I'm gonna shake my head, gonna groove to the beat, 'cause I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me.